Good morning, Breakfast with Friends. This is Tracy English bringing you some gardening tips. Today I'm going to chat about some plants that actually shouldn't be in your garden. These are invasive alien plant species that actually hinder the thriving of local indigenous plants. Alien invasive plants spread rapidly and choke out other plants as they compete for space and nutrients in the soil. In fact, invasive species are the single biggest threat to local biological diversity because they outcompete the local vegetation. A good example is the Port Jackson, which is the most invasive tree in the southwestern Cape. Invasive plants are also a threat to water security because they consume so much water and dry out the soil. They disrupt the ecosystem, increase soil erosion, as well as provide fuel that intensifies veld fires. Working for Water, a program run by the Department of Water Affairs and Forestry, is spearheading the fight against invasive plants. In the Working for Water program, people from local communities are trained to identify plants and manage sites so that invasive plants can be cleared. Methods for removing invasives include weeding, so manually removing young plants from the soil, chopping trees down, spraying with herbicides, and also introducing natural enemies. A good example of natural enemies is the introduction of a predatory wasp on Acacia longifolia, the golden wattle. The wasps produce galls on the plant which negatively affect its growth so that fewer flowers and seeds are produced. Some examples of invasive plants that you may find in the garden include Lantana camera. This is a declared weed with attractive, colorful flowers. The plant has pink, red, orange, yellow, and white flowers all in the same compact flower head. The whole plant is poisonous to humans and to grazing animals. Another invasive plant that you may see in gardens is the fruiting loquat tree. The loquat is a Category 3 declared invader, which means that no further planting or trading of the tree is allowed. It doesn't have to be removed from a garden though. The guava tree as well is a Category 2 plant, which means it is only meant to be grown under controlled conditions. This is particularly a problem in KZN. There's also canna lilies. These are very popular as an ornamental plant, but this is a Category 1 plant, so a declared weed which must be removed. Canna lilies drink too much water and their spreading rhizomes crowd out indigenous plants. Cannas are thirsty plants that invade swamps and wetlands. There are some non-invasive hybrids available though. Other invasive plants commonly found in gardens include the Brazilian pepper tree, which also drinks too much water, so affects the growth of plants nearby. There's also the morning glory, a climbing vine with purple-blue trumpet-shaped flowers. If you are unsure about the identity of plants in your garden, do take a branch along to a garden center to be identified. If you do spot invader plants in nature, report these sightings to SANBI or Working for Water so that appropriate action can be taken to control the spread of the plant. So that's all from me for today. For comments or questions, go to my Facebook page called Garden with